friends. How are you? I hope you guys are doing well. It is Tuesday, May 26th. And I have some good news and some bad news today. The good news is that I'm going to read a book to you. I haven't read a book yet, so I thought it'd be fun because today is our last day for me for flight school. We're done for the school year. We end a little bit earlier than the teachers. So you guys have a few more weeks with your teachers, but us flight school teachers are going to finish off this week, and then we're going to start enjoying our summer, just like you will be soon as well. And then in September, we will see you back, hopefully at school. I love being at school and talking to you face to face rather than this computer, right? The computer never responds to me. I have to answer my own questions. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and read a book to you today, and we have one activity to go with it, and that will be it. So today's book is called Dog on a Frog. Okay, and just like in class, right, when you're reading, I'll read a little bit and I'll make sure to show you guys the pictures, okay? A dog on a frog. There's a question mark there, right? So I better read it like it's a question. Hey, dog, get off the frog, said the frog. But I like sitting on frogs, said the dog. Frogs are all squishy and squashy, and when you sit on them, they go croak. You know the rules, said the cat. Cats sit on mats, frogs sit on logs, and dogs sit on frogs. Well, I'm changing the rules, said the frog. From now on, dogs sit on logs, not frogs. Really, said the dog. Really, said the frog. Dogs sit on logs, and cats sit on gnats. Ouch! Gnats are like little bugs. So there he is. So as I'm starting to read this, hopefully you know why I read this for phonics, right? You can hear some of those rhyming words. What will bears sit on? Asked the dog. Bears will sit on stairs, said the frog. What will slugs sit on? Asked the dog. Slugs will sit on plugs. Slugs will sit on plugs, flies will sit on pies, crickets will sit on tickets, and moths will sit on cloths. So that frog's having fun, right? Naming all these things that are going to sit on something else. Kind of making some silly rhymes there. Ooh, would you want a pie with all those flies? No, we talked about pies last week, and I don't want one with flies. What would leopards sit on? Asked the dog. Leopards will sit on shepherds, said the frog. Leopards will sit on shepherds, and cheetahs will sit on fajitas. That make me hungry. You're really getting the hang of this, said the dog. I know, said the frog, and that's not all. Gnus will sit on canoes, pigs will sit on wigs, and boars will sit on oars. So silly. What will whales sit on? Asked the dog. Whales will sit on nails, said the frog. I'm not sure the whales will like that, said the dog. They don't have to like it, said the frog. They just have to do it. And I'll show you a close-up. See all the little tiny nails? And I can tell from the whale's face he does not like it. What will dragons sit on? Asked the dog. Dragons will sit on wagons, said the frog. Dragons will sit on wagons, mice will sit on ice, kittens will sit on mittens, and puppies will sit on guppies. Oh my, so all those rhyming words, right? Mice, ice, kittens, mittens, puppies, guppies. Guppies is like a little fish. What will canaries sit on? Asked the dog. Canaries will sit on fairies, said the frog. Canaries will sit on fairies. Possums will sit on blossoms. Hens will sit on pens. Baboons will sit on balloons. And poodles will sit on noodles. Poodles aren't going to sit on noodles, gasped the dog. They are now, the frog smiled. So again, he's having lots of fun, making all these rhyming words, silly rules of what these animals are going to sit on. Hold on, said the cat. It's kind of a tongue twister too, right? Look at this page. I got a lot to read. I got to take a deep breath. Hold on, said the cat. If dogs sit on logs and cats sit on gnats, bears sit on stairs, slugs sit on plugs, flies sit on pies, crickets sit on tickets, moths sit on cloths, leopards sit on shepherds, cheetahs sit on fajitas, gnus sit on canoes, pigs sit on wigs, boars sit on oars, whales sit on nails, dragons sit on wagons, mice sit on ice, kittens sit on mittens, puppies sit on guppies, canaries sit on fairies, possums sit on blossoms, hens sit on pens, baboons sit on balloons, and poodles sit on noodles. What are frogs going to sit on? Asked the dog. These, said the frog. Oh, a nice comfy chair. That looks like you in the summertime, right? By the pool, having your nice cool drink, relaxing. And look at the animals. All right, so that was a fun little book. And of course, I read it in our phonics activity because it had so many rhyming words. So what I thought you could do afterwards is you grab a piece of paper or a whiteboard and think of some of those word families we've talked about. Now, last week we were working on vowel teams. So one of those is that OA, right? And what do we say the OA says when two vowels go walking? The first one does the talking, so that'll say O, okay? And I'm thinking of a word, an animal that has that in that is a goat, okay? So then what you're gonna do is try to think of other words that rhyme with goat. I can think of boat, and I can think of coat. Okay, so here I just have 3 words. Maybe you can think of more depending on what word family you're doing. And then I'm gonna make a silly sentence or a silly rhyme with it, okay? Just like that frog did with all those silly animals. So of course we could have the goat sitting on a boat and wearing a coat. All right, perfect, right? And illustrating this would be really fun too, okay? Just like those pictures were awesome, you could illustrate, you could draw a picture of a goat sitting on a boat wearing a coat, and it would be pretty funny. So as you're reading books, okay, because I know you're never gonna stop reading all summer long, a couple things you can do is look for rhyming words. This one had a lot. Okay, some have more than others, so just look for those rhyming words, look for those word families. And then as you're making different lists, okay, remember we had our flashcards, and then I've given you lots of lists of words that rhyme. Think of silly sentences with them. My tongue is all twisted up. So this one, for instance, had rain, pain, gain, train. So it didn't have any animals, okay, but I could just still make a silly sentence, right? Like the train is driving in the rain, okay? Or it's raining train, something silly. So take a look at your rhyming words, take a look at the words in your books as you're reading them, or mom's reading them to you, or dad, or brother, or sister, and think about all those rhyming words, because that will really help you with phonics. The more you know how to rhyme, the more easier you'll be able to read, okay? And of course, finding silly books like this are my favorite, so I'm glad I could share this with you today. As I said, I won't be back next Tuesday, but of course tomorrow and Friday, Mrs. Cunningham and Miss Koch will be back. And then after that, we are on our summer break. So I hope you enjoy yours, and I can't wait to see you guys in September.